Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone catching live or watching the replay. I'm Rebecca, a digital mompreneur of three girls and owner of my page, Rebecca So. Welcome once again, and I'm really excited to share with you this live series of inspiring people, inspiring stories. Now, everyone has a story, and today I have with me um, my beautiful friend from Canada. We have Chikako here with us, and I'm really honored and thankful that Chikako is here. So, thank you, Chikako, once again for coming on. And yep, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes, thank you for having me. My name is Chikako, and I currently live in Vancouver, Canada. I was born and raised in Japan. I'm Japanese, and I came to Canada 24 years ago. And currently, I am married to my husband, and we have a little puppy. So
Mm-hmm.
three of us living in Canada.
Yeah, this. So I was very intrigued when you said, like previously you were doing something else, which leads me to the next question, like what was life like before you started this digital business?
Yeah, so I can go back to when I came to Canada. I was 29 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you start living in a different country with different language and everything, it was really hard for me to find a job, right? I had a pretty good, stable job in Japan and came to Canada. I struggled to find a stable, you know, job and income, right? So I started as a server in a Japanese restaurant, and yeah, I could do a lot.
Wow.
I did a lot of things to make a living, and
Mhm.
then um, I became a therapist. So that I have I have a career, and I thought I'm gonna make a little better money and all that.
Mhm.
And I ended up having my own practice, which is great. However, I ended up working 7 days a week and had no day
Wow.
off. And
Wow.
I was giving massage, so I kind of like slow injured my body. I have this injury on my left side. I mean, I can still work, but just a little pain and stiffness,
The
chronic.
dull pain
Hmm?
is like a dull
It,
pain.
yeah, it's dull. Yeah, it's dull pain, and it was like a slow. I did that for 13 years, right? So
Wow.
without like no day off.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm still, in recovery. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that
Okay.
was, and then my husband is also the business owner, so we're just working all the time.
I see.
Mm.
Wow. Okay. So, okay, now the next question that I have for you, like what made you step into this digital business a few
Mhm.
years ago?
Yeah, so I got married to my husband 5 years ago. I met him like 6 years ago. So I was
Mm.
47 years old that time, and I was just
Oh,
working, 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 and
yeah.
I missed the opportunity of having a child and just working all the
Mm.
time, right? So
Yeah.
I and then I have my family in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't. I just can't keep doing this. And I got married, and I was so happy, but we were just working. So I
Yeah.
need something to have freedom. Like I wanted a freedom in my
Yeah.
life, right? To
Mm-hmm.
go visit my family, go traveling, and to even simply rest, you know.
Yes.
So, and I knew that it had to be online, that I
Mm.
can bring my business everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's why I like digital business. And that
Mm.
was, I was clear about that, to start something online.
So, I mean, how many years ago did you step into this business?
4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, my audience, this is one of the veterans that I've been following, and yeah, her story has been inspiring me, which is why I want all of you to see how has this actually changed the life of someone who has been working for so long and really crave for that freedom, and how it has changed her life. Like Chikako, how has this business really changed your life after this 4.5 years?
So 180 degrees, right? So from I didn't have any time to go visit my family or traveling or simply rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I started this business in 2017, somewhere. In
Yeah.
2018, 1 year after, our
Mm-hmm.
business was growing pretty
Mm-hmm.
fast. And we went to Japan to visit my family for 3 months.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
3 months.
Three
So
months.
that never happened before, right? I lived here for 24 years, and then that never happened before. Like 2 weeks a year was max, longest. And this time I'm like, I want to go there 3 months. To my
Mm-hmm.
husband, like, let's do it because we can. We can
Mm-hmm.
bring our business, or our business will come with us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We spent the best time in Japan because I didn't have to worry about our business. Like, I was able to work on the business at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So not only we had the best time in Japan with my family and friends in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
our business was growing at the same time.
Yeah.
So while we are there, people are like, "What are you doing? How can you travel for 3 months, right?" So a lot of people noticed what I was doing, and then our business was growing to the next level at the same time. So that was,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, we just kept traveling every 2 3 months because we can. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how it's been. You know, our life has been transformed with freedom of whatever we want to do, we can do it.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
mhm,
That's why when I heard this part of the story, I was like, how can you actually do it? I thought, even after stepping into this business, I'm like, is it really possible? Is it still a dream? But
mhm,
people and leaders like you motivate me so much to know that we just need to work towards the goal, and then that dream, and then it will happen,
mhm.
because only online will be able to let us go anywhere, and then things will still happen because it's online. It can connect us to anywhere we want, which
Yeah.
is so interesting. And yeah, for people like us who don't know anything about the digital world, this was why I was brought into this. I was so
Mhm.
intrigued by it. Like, wow, I just didn't know how so many people who didn't know about the digital world could actually do it and make it and have the life that they want, that they love, which is uh why I wanted to ask you, like, if there's actually any advice that you would give to anyone who's watching, who's listening to your story. Yeah.
Yes. So two things. First thing, I really want
Mm-hmm.
you to think about how much you do things online. You know,
Yeah.
I do like online banking, online shopping, like little things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Instead of going to a store,
Mm-hmm.
especially like during the pandemic, like we would avoid going to the store and risk it, right? So just
Yeah.
with the online, like how much, a lot of things went online, most of things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even like grocery shopping, you can actually order online and go pick up yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's same as the business. Like we can work online
Mm-hmm.
and create a freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a new, I would say still new idea, but
Mm-hmm.
really, really check it out, and
Mm-hmm.
update your information because this
Yeah.
new world, we have this new world, we have new way of working, right?
Yeah.
So an invitation to really, take a look by watching the
Yeah.
webinar. That's
Yeah.
how, we transformed our lives, right? This 90 minute of webinar. So
Yeah.
it's no risk. It's a free webinar. So yeah, really check it out with your eyes. Yeah, so you would know. Sorry, my it's working.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Which means
yeah.
it's real.
Good. He's hungry. He's hungry,
Oh,
so he's barking. Give me food.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone, you know her puppy is real. You can hear Chicago's puppy. Yeah. So over here in Singapore, uh it's morning. So we have Luciana joining us. Hi Luciana, good morning. And actually in Vancouver is evening, right? Around 5, is it 5:30? I
5:40.
know 5:40. Yeah. Yeah. So um besides Luciana, we have Ruby as well. Hi Ruby. Oh, Ruby is currently in I think Australia.
Oh
She
wow.
just moved to Australia. Yeah. Hi
Mm.
Ruby. Yeah. So we said, we are connected all over the world globally. So the reach that we have is global. So being in the digital world is very interesting, how we can reach so many people around the world. And you know, I'm honored to have you on um, here to share your story. And I really am grateful for your presence. And like anyone who's watching, I really encourage you to take a look and ask me any questions to know further. And like, how do I say, like, if you want to know anything, yeah, just reach out and you can get to know more. So thank you everyone for your time, and thank you Chicago once again for coming on to share your story. And because I have been inspired, and I hope anyone who's watching will be inspired as well. So thank you once again. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. I'll see you again for the next interview tomorrow. See you. Bye.